Oh, what is the upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GxGamerCast. We're on episode 182 of my little gaming show where once a week I just have to talk about video games, whether they're new video games that I'm playing today, old video games that I grew up with, it doesn't matter. Video games, and today we are going back to 2006, brother. Back to the Xbox 360, the heydays of my high school gaming days, oh buddy, and Gears of War was one of those amazing games that I played back in high school. And we're going to be doing a retrospective and a semi-review on Gears of War because Reloaded did just come out, and that means it's officially on PlayStation for the first time. So yes, you can play Gears of War on your PlayStation 5. That is bananas. You told me that in 2006. Forget about it. No one would believe you. Oh, you're going to be playing this on your PlayStation in 20 years or whatever. Yeah, well, in 20 years it might be a little bit more believable, but regardless, that was crazy. Gears of War was like the Xbox franchise besides Halo. Like it was 1A, 1B, Gears and Halo, Halo and Gears, whatever you want. It was a huge franchise for Xbox, and now you can play it on PlayStation. I did not play this on PlayStation. I didn't even think about playing it on PlayStation. I just feel like, for me personally, it's an Xbox franchise for me. I'm always going to be playing these games on Xbox for at least the future that I see going forward, because they're going to be releasing them on Game Pass, and I love Game Pass. So as long as Gears of War is supported there, I'm going to be there probably day one, because, yeah, I'm excited for Gears of War E-Day as well. That is coming out hopefully this year. I'm really excited. Regardless, it's coming, so we got that to look forward to in the Gears franchise. But yes, let me know. Have you experienced Gears of War for the first time, and was it on PlayStation? Let me know your memories of Gears of War. When's the first time you seen it? Where's the first time you played it? For me, it was a long time ago, back in... I don't even know if I was in high school yet the first time I saw this game in 2006. I remember, I think we're at a school function, and a bunch of people brought their, video games and TVs and stuff, or something like that was going on, and someone had a 360 at the time. It was a pretty new console at this time. It was the only, I believe at this time, the only new console, next-gen console on the market. Xbox 360 came out a year before PlayStation 3 and the Wii, but the Wii and the PlayStation were right around the corner after Gears of War came out. It was like 2 weeks or something like that, and those two consoles were on the market. So Xbox is like, yo, we got to try and get as much of a head start as we can. We got a year to get some games out. Halo's not ready yet, so boom, here comes Gears of War to save the day, and the day it saved. I mean, there were games on Xbox 360, but was there a flagship franchise Xbox console seller? You could say Call of Duty 2. That was a pretty damn good game at launch, but it was Gears of War that was selling consoles big time early for Xbox 360, man. It was something that got me interested in the Xbox 360 because I saw some dude playing it, and I saw the blood splattering, hitting the screen, and I saw him chainsawing a guy in half, and I was like, that might be the most cool thing I have ever seen in my life. So I need that directly in my veins. So that was, boom, on the Christmas wish list, Xbox 360. But I don't think Gears of War was in the Legendary 7 of my first Christmas, where I got my 360 and 7 Legendary games. One day, maybe I'll do a deep dive into those 7 particular games, and we can talk about it. I have to remember them. I think I remember them. But I believe Gears of War was not in that original Legendary 7. Which is strange, because it was this game that really made me want to get a 360 on top of all my friends getting a 360. So, but this game really sold me graphically. I was blown away and all that great stuff. Now I should stop myself before I go too far into the Gears of War talk. Let us discuss what I've been up to over the last week or so, as I always encourage you, the viewer, the listener. What the heck have y'all been up to over the last whatever amount of time? It doesn't matter, as I'm about to let you know what I've been up to. Watching movies. I watched a movie. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about it. I watched a movie. Finally, for the first time in like a month, I watched a movie, and that movie was One Battle After Another, the big bad movie. Oh yeah. And it was good. It was a really good movie. I was scared of watching it because it was like 3 hours long. And yeah, it was long, but admittedly, it didn't drag on. Maybe a little bit. There was one time I stopped to check and see how long we're into this movie, because I'm like, all right, I'm getting close to being pretty done right here. So I had one of those moments where I'm like, all right, let's fucking wrap it up here, folks, because this is the 3-hour long movie. It's long, but it is damn good, man. It was a damn fine movie. The acting on Leonardo DiCaprio was phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. Him losing his mind and so stressed out. He just played this awesome character, and it had some really funny moments in it, as well as some pretty radical themes, I guess we could say that. There's a lot. I'm not going to go too into details on the theming of the movie and stuff like that. Not really what I'm here to do, but regardless, there was some interesting moments and some cool things that went down in that movie. Great acting. It was long. Like, it's a movie I can't see myself ever rewatching again, because I don't know, it just wasn't that amazing. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, again, it doesn't live up to the reviews that I'm seeing out there. Like, it's got outrageously high reviews across the board, and I'm like, yeah, it was a really good movie, but it wasn't like one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life. I've seen better Leonardo DiCaprio movies. It's not going to be one of my favorite. I believe my favorite still is The Wolf of Wall Street, or Wolf of Wall Street. That's my favorite. He would just, that movie was so good. I watched that one a whole bunch of times. But one battle after another. I would say it's worth a watch. I would say it's long, so buckle in, get your snacks, get your drinks, get everything ready that you're gonna need, because you're probably gonna be pretty locked in. I saw pretty early where it was going. Like, okay, I see what's gonna happen here, but there was some, like I said, some really funny moments where, like, it's 16 years later and the guy, like, forgets Leo, DiCaprio's character forgets the, like, code words, and there's this moment with the guy on the phone that's really funny. Yeah, there's some good laughs, there was some good action, there was some good thrills. Like, yeah, it definitely hit a lot of bars. I liked it quite a bit, and it's gonna be hard. It's definitely, well, I've only watched 2 movies this year, so it's the one to knock off right now, and it might be hard, might be easy, depends. So it's definitely sparked my interest in watching some more movies. I've added more movies to my list, so this is a good thing. So 8.5 out of 10. I think the action was great moments, acting was superb, story was really good. I enjoyed it. I have to say, the villain, the antagonist of the movie, was rather good as well. Very unlikable character, so they did a good job building that guy up. And I enjoyed the movie. And TV show wise, I finished off Fallout Season 2. Finished it off, and it finished off strong. It kind of started out a little weak. The kind of kept up momentum. I felt like Fallout Season 1 kind of lost it a little bit towards the end. And, you know, it was nice to see that they were going to that place that they were going to, that video game fans are like, oh, sweet, oh, fuck yeah, we're going there. So there was a nice tease for that. So, all right, now we're there. And they got there, and, like, I don't know, some of the branching storylines I'm just not that interested in. Like, the stuff that's going on in the vault, like the water shortage, I'm like, whatever, okay, that's some drama. And whatever's going on with Hank's son, I forget his name, but, like, I'm not really a fan of his character. He's just such a wimp, and I'm hoping, like, eventually he's gonna, like, break out of that wimpiness and, like, become a man or something, because, like, he's just not a very likable character, and I don't like his storyline so far. But the stuff with the main characters was good. I enjoyed the action, the creature, the main creature of Season 2 that we get introduced to. Very cool. I think they did a very good job with it. Maybe got a little overwatered towards the end. There was just kind of so many of them. It kind of took away the spectacle that is that creature. So there was that. They also showed off another staple creature of the Fallout franchise. I was like, oh, fuck yes. We got a visual on that, and I thought it looked pretty good. So that's cool. I'm liking it. Ready for Season 3. Can't wait for Season 3. It's hopefully it doesn't take as long as it has taken for, you know, new seasons to come out. Hopefully it's within a year or so. That would be nice, but fingers crossed on that one. But hell of a show. I really enjoyed it. You can watch that on Amazon Prime. I would hit Season 2 with a it's tough. I really enjoyed it. Like, I highly enjoyed it. There's just some parts of the storylines I really don't care for. So I'm going to stay with a 7.5. I might bump it up to an 8. I'll give it a gracious 8 just because I love Fallout so much. So I'll go for an 8 on Season 2. I think I enjoyed Season 1 a little bit more, but Season 2 was also very good. And I'm still watching Survivor Season 16. Really enjoying this season. I'm really enjoying the the favorites versus the fans, and there's been some drama. There's been some funny moments in this one as well. Some fake idol action I really enjoy, so that's always a good time when you see that go down. And the favorites are doing well. Like, they're the favorites for a reason. So yeah, they know what they're doing. They're doing well, and I'm having a good time with that season. Let's talk video games. Been a busy week for video games. All right, let's talk. So I finished off the Mario game that I've been playing. So I was going to do the Mario game this week, but I was like, I just did Paper Mario, so I don't really want to do back-to-back Mario games. So I said, fuck it, we'll do Gears of War this week. We'll do the Mario game next week. I almost said the name. I'm trying to keep it a surprise for absolutely no reason. I'm just felt like it. So Mario game next week, but I finished that off. Absolutely delightful. I actually got into a little gamer funk for like an hour there where I was like, I beat that game and I was like, don't know what to do with myself. I like a lot of the games that I have going on right now are multiplayer, and I'm like, well, Jesse's not awake right now. No one's awake to play any multiplayer games with me. So I'm like, what do? I found a new game. Shadow of War, baby. Middle Earth. Come on down. It's been a long time since I played the original. What's that game called? Shadow of Mordor, I believe it's called. Loved it. Absolutely loved that game early in the PlayStation 4 life cycle. That was a game that got me through, the early time when there wasn't a lot of games. This was one that was like a star shining in the darkness. That was a delightful game. I really enjoyed the Nemesis system. So I was like, you know what? It's time. I've had the sequel for so long now. It's been on my backlog for many years. So I'm going to take it down. I started playing it today, just got a couple hours in, getting reintroduced into the Nemesis system. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And getting some good kills early, decapitating guys, popping heads like balloons. I'm like, oh, shit. I kind of forgot how violent these games are. So that's pleasant. It's been a long time. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, last time I played this, I was living at this other place. I'm like, that was like fucking over 8 years ago, so I haven't played. It's been a long time since I played this game, and considering how much I enjoyed the first game, I'm surprised it's taking me this long to get to its sequel. But here I am playing Shadow of what the fuck is it called? Shadow of War, Middle Earth, Shadow of War. Yeah, okay, so playing that, good time. Jesse and I finished off Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Finished off the campaign for that. It was a great time. Nice, and I think the length of the campaign was just right. It was just getting to the point of like repetition, like repetitiveness, because it was kind of the same thing over again. You just kind of wave after wave of enemy. It's kind of the same enemies over and over again, though the combat was really fun. So that was pushing. I had a great time. I think the campaign was delightful. I would say I had a better time with it than Helldivers so far, and I really enjoyed Helldivers. So high praise for Warhammer Space Marine 2. If you're curious, you have a friend to play it with, absolutely check out the campaign. We're going to check out the whatever other mode that's in the game. You can kind of pick classes. They have classes for you to pick, and you can go through some more missions. So we're going to take that down next and see where it goes from there. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm excited to try the classes and see how different they feel. I think I'm going to go with the heavy gunner class, try that one out, see how that goes, or possibly a melee class, because the melee is really fun. So we'll see how that goes, but Warhammer the campaign is done, so that is really key. What else have I been playing? Balatro, still playing through Balatro, still can't get that frickin' deck down, so I'm still trying some different strategies out, seeing if they'll work. So far, not so good. And Arc Raiders, still playing Arc Raiders, getting through some of the projects. I'm trying to build the trophy case now, so I stopped doing the other project because I didn't even know what that project was for. Apparently, it reboots your game, so you lose everything, and it's basically like a prestige system for Call of Duty. You lose everything, but you get to keep your level, and you can just a way to make the game last even longer. I'm good. I don't want to lose all my shit. Don't want to lose all my blueprints. I'm good. I don't want to do that, so I stopped doing that immediately. Started building the trophy case. Still doing missions. Still finishing those off. Jesse and I we wanted to finish off Warhammer, so not playing as much Arc this week as usual, but still playing Arc. That game is still an ongoing situation for me for the last probably 2 months now I've been playing Arc Raiders. I've been playing Arc Raiders for a while now, so it's had its hooks in me for quite a while, and I'm very, very happy with that purchase. That was a good purchase. That was a very good recommendation from numerous people I got recommended that game from, so thank you very much for that recommendation. Arc Raiders has been an absolute hit, but not playing as much of it right now. And what else have I played? I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff I've been up to. Yep, all right, that's a lot. That's a busy week. I've been busy crushing a lot of games, finishing off a couple of games, starting up some new ones, got a movie in. I actually took some time off this week for like the family day, so I booked off some time, take a little mini vacation for myself. Very nice. Getting in a movie was nice and refreshing. I just haven't really felt like I've had time. I've been watching other stuff. Been watching more TV shows lately, so I've just been kind of getting into that. It's waves. All this stuff comes in waves. I get these fits with video games. Now I feel like I'm in a platformer fit because I played the Mario game and the Paper Mario, so now I feel like I want to play platformers, but I don't actually have that many platformers, so yeah, I moved on to an action-adventure game. I was like, that's next on the tier list of games I would like to play. I want a good action-adventure game, and that is Shadows of Mordor, or the fuck is it called? Shadow of War? I don't know. They're fucking Lord of the Rings game. Lord of the Rings game from Warner Bros. Damn good stuff. All right. That's enough rambling about video games and movies and whatnot. Let me know what y'all have been watching and doing in video games and movies and TV shows. Let me know what y'all have been up to. And let's get into it, y'all. Let's go all the way back to 2006, November 7th to be exact, and we'll be talking about Gears of War. Rip up those chainsaws, baby. Oh, buddy, the music right there. Are you kidding me right now? Gears of War, come on down. It is almost your 20th anniversary. That is crazy. This game came out all the way back in 2006. We are in 2026 now. And guess what? This game still bangs, still bangs, still bangs. I don't know why I wanted to do that 3 times, but it did. So there you go. But damn, dude, this game was so iconic to the Xbox 360 generation and that early run that Xbox had where it looked like, you know what, they might win this until the Wii kind of happened, and then they sold 100 million units in like no time, and the whole motion control phase and that whole fad and that craziness went down, and then PlayStation got their shit back together and passed Xbox by the end of it, and it turned out the 360 ended up losing that generation, and it looked so good at the beginning, and then the red ring, and just some misses on some exclusives, and they just kind of lost their heat there. But I still cherish the Xbox 360 generation and the Xbox 360 console, even though, yeah, I personally got dinged by the red ring of death 2 times, and 1 broken disc tray. So yeah, that happened. I went through 3 Xboxes myself. I now still have my Halo 4 edition Xbox. It's still alive. Knocking on wood right there. Hopefully it's still alive up there. I haven't checked on it in a while. But last time I checked, it's still alive. But this game was super iconic, especially the commercials. I remember the commercials for this game. If you probably remember them too, the Mad World commercials. All around you are familiar. Come on now. That shit, I hated that song. I'm fine with it now, but I hated that song. But it made me like those commercials a lot because just the theming it's so mysterious, and every time Marcus Phoenix found himself in this like unwinnable situation where he's just surrounded by enemies and surrounded by familiar faces, I guess, and worn out places or whatever the hell. But, dude, those commercials were fucking incredible. And that was another era of a time frame there. Like, the Halo 3 commercials were incredible. The Gears of War commercials were incredible. There were some really strange PlayStation commercials back in the day. There was a golden age going on right there. But those Gears of War Mad World commercials were all time. Just running around and just everything just a sense of dread and loss, and just everything is done. Like, it is over. We've lost. It's failed. Mission over, bro. That's all I got out of the feeling of those commercials. Obviously, I think that's exactly what they were going for, and that is the theming of this world that they bring you to in this world of Gears of War, where this alien force, the Lotus, whatever the hell they're called, the Locusts, I think. But they invade Earth, and it is E-Day. They call it E-Day. That is going to be the theming of their next game, will be this day, the day that this threat came to Earth and started to take over and took us over and shit went bad. So that is not when this game takes place. This game actually takes place, 15 years after E-Day? So Emergence Day, that is the day that the enemy rose from, I believe they come from underground and stuff like that. It's really cool. But yeah, 14 years later, they finally decide to get their foots out of their asses and bring back Marcus freaking Phoenix, the most badass in the world, and they bring him out of prison finally, and he goes to work immediately. They're like, yo, here's a gun, here's a bandana, put it on, fucking get out there and start shooting. He's like, I got it. And I think we can just go right into sound design right now. The music is phenomenal. Music is absolutely incredible. Epic is just probably the easiest term to put it into, just to kind of sum it all up. Epic. You got the horns going off, going crazy. Blah, blah, blah. It's fucking, oh, baby. And the war drums going on. It just, oh, yeah. It gives you a sense of adrenaline for sure. Makes you just want to murder shit. And, yeah, they did a great job with the music and the sound effects. But I got to, before I talk any further about the sound design, I got to shout out just how much I love the voice acting of Marcus Phoenix, who is done by, I believe his name is John, or it might be Joe DiMaggio, something like that. He plays Bender in Futurama. Phenomenal. I learned that so long ago, and it blew my mind the first time I heard that, so hopefully I'm blowing someone's mind with that information, that Marcus Phoenix is actually Bender from Futurama, same voice actor, so that is freaking awesome. And arguably, this has been an ongoing joke between my wife and I, because my wife and I actually love playing Gears of War together. It's probably our favorite franchise to play together. We played them all, from Gears of War 1 all the way to 5, Judgment, played them all, bro, and really enjoyed Gears of War. Gears of War 5 was a little bit iffy, you know, we didn't really like the direction that they decided to go in with that game, but hoping that they go back to the original direction with E-Day. Regardless, the sound design is fantastic in this game. I love the voice acting. Like, it's not just Marcus Phoenix. It's the ongoing joke I was getting to was Marcus Phoenix saying Anya. Anya, we have to get the thing. I hope that sounds like a pretty good Marcus, but Anya, we gotta get the. Whenever this guy says Anya, it just drove me mad. It was so freaking funny. And my wife and I, now we always say Anya, Anya, and so on. Every time we play this game, it's all about how many times is he going to say Anya in the game. So now hopefully I ruined that for you, but absolutely love the sound design in this game. The voice acting across the board, like Dom sounds really good. I always like Dom, just kind of a chill, cool guy. And of course, the homie. The freaking homie. Coltrane, baby. I absolutely love this guy. He is the most likable character in the game. He is just always, he's so amped up. He's all about, woo, let's kill some fucking locusts, baby. And he is awesome. You absolutely love the guy. And then there's Baird. He is a douchebag and nobody likes him, but he's well acted. I mean, he did a great job in the game. And just saying, I played the reloaded version on Game Pass, so this isn't the original version of the game. Though the reloaded version, the ultimate remake, I played all of them. I played those versions of the game as well. So this game's already had a remake, a remaster, not a remake. It's already had 2 remasters now. The second remaster allowed it to go on PlayStation, so I guess that's fine. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I was already like, they already did this, didn't they? And I had to look it up. And yeah, it was Gears of War Ultimate Edition, I believe. That upgraded the graphics and so on and so forth. And it was great. It was a great port. So on. It didn't really need to exist because I think the original actually holds up very well graphically and all of that stuff. But the sound of the game, back to the sound, sounds so good, dude. The chainsaws, we're going to talk about the weapons. I got a weapon tier list. We're going to be doing that. We're going to rank all the weapons, but man, they sound so good. Just and they're just absolutely sawing through bone and flesh and the chunks and the blood and just going all over the place. Sounds amazing. The weapons sound fantastic. The sound of the shotgun, the sound of a sniper rifle, like, just sounds so good, especially when you pop a head. It sounds so crunchy. It's like, just popping a watermelon, just bow. Sounds excellent. So this game absolutely, like, top of the food chain in terms of sound design for back in the day. Still holds up now, of course. Like, I don't really know what I want to, like, I'm reviewing the reloaded version of this game, though I'm not playing the multiplayer. We'll talk about multiplayer in a little bit, but regardless, let's go to graphics and sound, or graphics, not sound. We'll just go to graphics now. But in 2006, like I said, this game absolutely broke the mold for next-gen graphics. Like, these games were looking pretty good. Like, you know, you got the ones that are coming from PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and they're also going on Xbox 360. I'm thinking about, like, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland and SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Like, yeah, they looked substantially better on next gen, but you were like, yeah, that's impressive, but I think Gears of War in 2006 was one of the first games, if not the first game, to make people go, holy shit, this looks amazing. Like, this is wow. Like, it literally made, like, it was kind of like old school arcades. People huddled around this one guy playing Gears of War at this little TV in this gymnasium that we're at. And it was incredible. It literally made people stop and their jaws drop. Like, it was that amazing at the time. The blood splattering, I know it's like gimmicky now, but that was like the first time I've ever seen a game do anything like that. Like that type of interactivity with the player. Like, whoa, it's on the screen. Like, holy crap. And now it's so annoying, right? Like, when you get shot by a gun, you get like that blood splatter on your screen, and like, oh, it simulates that, oh, I'm hurt, and then it like regens and then it goes away. That's not what Gears was doing. Gears was doing something different. Like, it was literally like you are sawing through enemies and it's splattering on your screen because there's just so much blood and gore, and parents absolutely hated it back then. My parents didn't give a shit. No one gave a shit about what I was playing back in the day. I wasn't going out there chainsawing people on my free time, so we're good there. Most of the time I wasn't. Anyway, this game absolutely was phenomenal looking. I think it still looks amazing. This is the original Unreal Engine, and we're up to Unreal Engine 5 now. And this was I believe the OG or Unreal Engine, and it still looks really good to me. Granted, yes, I played it, upgraded graphics look really good, especially the lighting. Lighting is what I noticed the most, was the biggest improvement from the original. Because I think the original, just the art style, the color scheme, the dark reds, especially the dark reds, they just really pop with the blacks, and just very nice color scheme they got going on in Gears of War. A lot of just chunky reds, and just, I love it. But the upgrade is nice. It is nice. I don't think it was absolutely needed. I don't think it's nice to have Gears of War on the PlayStation platform. No, I'm not one of those gamers that are like, oh, it needs to be on Xbox only. No, I want everyone to experience Gears of War before it's too late. Like, you want to preserve these games, and it's best to preserve it on as many consoles as possible. Why hold on to it now? Like, it's an Xbox 360 game. Let the PlayStation players play it. Like, whatever. They probably already played it already anyway. So, regardless, I'm absolutely over the moon that it's on PlayStation right now. We got Halo coming to PlayStation very soon as well. So, what do you think about that? Do you think, is that a no-no? Do you still believe in the exclusive? I believe it's very important, but I think exclusivity is going away. I think what we're going to go to now is a timed exclusivity, where it's like, okay, you got 6 months, 8 months, up to a year, maybe even 2 years of exclusivity on a console. I would like to see the day of that being done. In terms of Nintendo, I don't think they'll ever do that. They have their own special world built over there, so I don't think we're going to see Mario on PlayStation anytime soon, or Xbox. I think it's more likely you will see Master Chief on a Nintendo console before you see Mario anywhere else. So that I could see Master Chief in the next Smash Bros. Or something like that before you see Mario on a PlayStation platform. So that's my opinion on that. Regardless, this game looks amazing, still looks amazing. I love the enemy designs in this game, from the wretches that are just the little grubs that you just get to rip apart and blow to pieces, and they really don't do anything. They're so much fun to kill, to the big guys like the boomers, and the Theron guards look so fucking cool, dude. They look so fucking cool. And I never played Unreal Tournament before, but I was aware of that game because I had a magazine that was the game that was featured that month. So I read all about Unreal Tournament 2007. I was like, man, this looks a lot like Gears of War. And yeah, it probably does because it's made by the same people, Epic. So yeah, there's a similar art scheme that goes on with those games. But Gears of War took over, I guess, for Unreal Tournament. We don't see Unreal Tournament anymore. I think 2007 might have been the last Unreal Tournament. And yeah, that's kind of interesting. But the art design of the characters and everything's very interesting. I like the rescue ranger ass fucking Bigfoot. What are they called? Cog soldiers that are in this game. You know, the Marcus Phoenix and the Dom. Look at the size of their feet in this game. They got like size 87 feet. Like the depth and the width on these people, it's absolutely insane. Like unless they're wearing insane lifts, and they got some self-conscious issues that they got to work through right there. But regardless, they look funny. Their boots are huge, but they look so cool. The massive arms. Everyone's just got fucking 47-inch pythons, brother. Just everyone's on roids, and they probably are. It's in the future or whatever, so they probably got some sort of enhancements and stuff like that, and their soldiers and shit like that. But damn, dude, this game looked amazing. Looks amazing still. I can't get over it. I'll never forget being in that gymnasium and being one of those people that actually had to stop. Had no idea who was on the sticks. No idea who that guy was, but I'm like, yo, bro, let me squeeze in here and let me take a look at this, because, like, damn, the game really broke the mold, and it definitely, what's the word? Influenced a lot of games going forward. There was a lot of games that took that style from Gears of War, the blood splattering on the screen, the ultra violence, the over masculinity. Like they definitely took inspiration from Gears of War. There's a lot of Gears of War likes out there. And speaking of that, let's talk about the gameplay, because this game is it still holds up pretty damn well, I must say. There's not a lot changed from Gears of War original to Gears of War now. It's still a third-person shooter. Still feels good. The gunplay feels good. Blowing enemies to pieces feels so satisfying. Like, using the weapons in this game are so fun. The shotgun, the sniper rifle, popping heads, ripping them to shreds, all that shit. So satisfying. And one of the main things you're doing, aside from it is a third-person shooter, so you're doing primarily shooting. You're doing a lot of shooting in this game, so it's good that it feels good. You have the melee, and you will get introduced to the chainsaw gun early, and you will be able to use the chainsaw and chainsaw your enemies in half. It is one of the most satisfying things, aside from closing an emergence hole with chainsaws only. Have you ever done that? I bet you have, because it is so damn fun. An emergence hole is exactly what it sounds like. It's a hole, it appears, and then enemies come out of it, and you gotta close that shit with grenades, or you can just go up to them, revving your chainsaws, and as they come out of the hole, you just shred them to pieces. Fucking 10 out of 10 satisfaction right there. It's so satisfying to do that. The games are very linear, or at least this game is rather linear. There are legitimate, like, breaks in the game where it's like, choose this path or go this way, and we'll split up and do that. There are literal branching paths. They don't really matter all that much. Yes, you will interact with some different gameplay. You might interact with some different enemies. You know, you might have 3 enemies down low instead of 3 enemies up high. So it's not really changing the mold. It's not like changing the gameplay, like, oh, I went left, so the world's over now. Or it's like, no, it's nothing like that. It's just simply, do you want to be on the high ground? Do you want to go on the low ground? Do you want to go left? Do you want to go right? It's nothing all that much. Outside of that, it's a pretty linear game. There are some, like, little paths you can find. There's some COD tags out there that you're going to be looking for. You can find those from your soldiers and stuff like that. But the campaign, we'll talk about some good moments from the campaign, but let's talk about the stick and move cover system. So this was the big kind of contention point for Gears of War back then when it came out. You know, it obviously came out to extremely high praise. This game holds a 94, I do believe, on Metacritic. It's one of the highest rated Xbox 360 games of all time, and still holds its score. I think it's still the highest rated Gears of War game in the franchise as well. It only went down from there, apparently, I do believe. I'm like 98% certain on that one, but because I just checked. Regardless, the cover system was a contention point for this game because a lot of your movement revolved on just pressing the button A. So your running is A, holding down A, your crouching, your leaning up against walls is A, your rolling is A, so your switching cover is A. A lot of stuff is revolved around using A. So that was a good thing and a bad thing, depends. It probably took some time to get used to. I think I'm very used to it by now because I played so much Gears of War games. It's second nature to me. Even when I put in this one, I was already sticking and moving, no problem, moving through cover. So I personally don't have any gripes with it. I think it's just fine. Yes, maybe it would have been nice to switch some of the buttons up. Like maybe the rolling button could have been X. Just have a little bit less emphasis on the A button, because the A button had a lot of action going on. There was other buttons that you could have used. So I understand that they're trying to minimalize how much movement you were doing and just simplify it, have it all on one button. I get it. It worked for me. I don't have a problem with it. Yes, you get stuck every now and again, and every now and again you get you attach to a piece of cover that you didn't really want to attach to, you wanted to roll, or vice versa, something like that. But I don't think it was that bad. I don't think the critics thought it was that bad either. It still holds a 94, but I remember that being like the one thing. If they're like, okay, well, if I have to say something negative about the game, well, I guess this is the thing. So that's kind of what was going on back then. And I personally just don't think it's that big of an issue, but I understand if it is for some people. Like I said, great range of weaponry, so I think it's time to, let's do the weapon ranking right now. So I'm sorry if you're not familiar with the weapons of this game, but they are some of the most iconic weapons in all of video games, so listen up and maybe learn a thing or two. So let's start with the bottom. Let's start with the snub pistol. I got a C ranking on the snub pistol. It's just a pistol. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do anything bad, so I'm not giving it a negative rating. I think a C is a very average. It's just fine. It's a fucking pistol, okay? Up next, we got the boom shot. Boom! Great weapon. It's basically a giant grenade launcher. The only problem is it doesn't have a lot of ammo with it when you generally pick it up, so it's going to get a B+ for me. If it had ammo, if it actually had some ammo for it, it'd be an A+. It could be an S tier. S tier is the highest ranking you can get, but boom shot, I'll go B+. We got Hammer Burst. Hammer Burst, reliable weapon, but most of the time, if you are using this weapon, is because you accidentally picked it up and dropped your Lancer, because that is the only time I've ever used this weapon, is I accidentally picked it up. Tried it out, I was like, yep, it's not my Lancer, it doesn't have a chainsaw attached to it, so it's a B-. I mean, it's actually a solid weapon. It does work, it does kill enemies in an effective manner, but doesn't have a chainsaw attached to it, so it loses points. Now we got the Boltok pistol. That's what I'm talking about. This thing's more like a revolver. You can actually aim it, get a little magnifying on that shit, and you can pop heads with it very nicely. So that gets its score up there. It's going for a B+ right there. I'm a hard scorer. We got the Hammer of Dawn. Coming Dawn. It's actually not that fun to use, kind of a pain in the ass, because you gotta wait for it to charge up. It goes beep, 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 and then it finally shoots a sweet laser out of it that is actually charged by a satellite up in the universe. So that's pretty badass. I mean, it's got a lot of cool aspects going for it, except for the fact that it's not that fun to use. So it gets some style points, B-. We got the Torque Bow. Torque Bow, pretty badass, a little bit tricky to use. It is a bow and arrow type of situation. It shoots an explosive bolt, so that is what makes it badass. It also sounds terrifying. You can hear it cranking up, and when you hear that sound, it goes kink, and you hear the bolt rather hit you or don't hit you. It is crazy. It also feels extremely satisfying to use, and when you direct impact somebody, you stick a bolt right in between their eyes. That's a fucking 10 out of 10 right there. But doesn't have the most ammo all the time. Don't get a lot of action with it. It's a B+. Actually, it's an A-. A-, I'll go A-. Now we got the good ones. We got the Lancer Sniper. All time, popping heads, ripping them to shreds. This gun fucking rules. It feels so good getting headshots with this gun. Pretty easy, nice and smooth to use. That's an A right there. And then we got the Nasher Shotgun. Oh, buddy, who hasn't rolled and shotgunned a fucking wretch into pieces? Feels incredible. Love the shotgun in this game. One of the best shotguns of all time. I'll go with an A on that one. And you know who's last. It's the Lancer, a.k.a. the Chainsaw Gun. S-ranker. That's an S rank. That's the best weapon in the game. You get to chainsaw people in half. Gun only gets better with age, and it's still in like my top 5 coolest weapons of all time. Absolutely love it. And I love the campaign in this game. I've played the campaign now, okay, at least twice back in the day. I would say 6 times, 5 or 6 times now I played through the Gears of War campaign, and it is one of my favorite co-op campaigns of all time. Love playing this game co-op. Not so much by myself. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same feeling. The first time I ever played Gears of War, I played it co-op. So Gears of War for me is a co-op game. It just doesn't feel the same playing it alone. I don't get my chainsaw high fives. When both players have their chainsaws, they're revving them. You high five the chainsaws together. It's just a staple of me playing this game. But there's some moments in the campaign that are standouts for me even still. We start off with Carmine getting his fucking head blown off. That was so iconic for me the first time. I really liked Carmine at first. I was like, oh, this guy's got a cool helmet. He kind of looks like a Killzone guy, and dead. Absolutely dead within like the first 20 minutes of the game, so it's not really a spoiler. But Carmine going down, I did not see that coming. He got absolutely sniped, and he was supposed to be the sniper, so I was like, that shit was iconic to me. Like, I still remember it. Every time I play it, I'm like, oh, fuck, here it comes. Bang, he gets shot, and it's like, shit, there he goes. The introduction of General Ram was pretty badass, man. Like, he comes out through the flames, on fire, and then he just kills the bejesus out of our captain dude, or whatever, Kim, I think his name was. Kills the shit out of him, so you're like, whoa. And General Ram, pretty badass. The final fight against him is so-so. Depends what difficulty you're on. Like, I remember him being so fucking hard on the hardest difficulty, whatever the hardest difficulty is. I have beaten this game on the hardest difficulty. It is extremely hard, but I did it, and General Ram was a motherfucker to beat on the hardest difficulty. On any other difficulty, I say he's a pushover. Pretty easy. The latest time that I played it here with the homie Jesse, we slaughtered him in about 35 seconds. He was done. Just a few headshots with the sniper, some shots from the Lancer. He's done. It's over. So he looks really cool. He's not really gonna. His name is more cool than what he actually is in the actual fight. His name and appearance is cool, but the fight, meh. Not that awesome. But the two iconic kills early on in the game, really enjoyed that. The Berserker. Holy fuck, man. The Berserker used to scare the shit out of me. That thing, the presentation of that thing, the first time you see it, like when they unleash that thing onto you and you're like, holy fuck, it's like right around the corner. What do I do? And you have no weaponry that can kill it. You have to go to like a special area in the game where you can actually shoot down the Hammer of Dawn onto it. But that shit was absolutely terrifying. And when it breaks through the wall, fucking forget about it. I was done. Absolutely done. That was a 9 out of 10 scare. Scared the shit out of me. But the Berserker in this game is really cool. There's a couple of moments with the Berserker. The best level is the train level, the final level of the game. But you start out fighting a Berserker on that train, and that was always interesting because you have to you're like, oh shit, we're out in the open, but we don't have a Hammer of Dawn. How are we going to kill this thing? Well, you're on a train, so obviously you're going to unattach the car. That's the best way to do anything when you're on a train, so that's a solution for like 90% of train problems. Just unattach the car, and we're good to go. So that's exactly what you do. But regardless, the Berserker scared the hell out of me. Did it scare the hell out of you? Doesn't really scare me anymore. Like, it not the way that it used to. I used to be an absolute chicken shit, though, when it came to video games. Like, anything that was remotely terrifying or even scary, I was like, oh god, I don't really want to play this. But I've gotten a lot better with that now. So yeah, the Berserker doesn't really scare me anymore, but it used to. And of course, I talked about Baird and Cole, the Cole Train, iconic duo. I love these two. Even though Baird kind of, he rubs people the wrong way, he's a likable character because you're like, he speaks his mind. He just kind of, he's like, hurry the fuck up and stuff like that. He'll just kind of speak his mind, but he is a little bit of a bitch. He likes to whine and complain a lot, so he's not the most likable guy, but he did get his own game, so kind of goes to show that he's like pretty cool himself. He's kind of a badass, but the Cole Train is the man, dude. Cole Train, woo! Fucking love that guy. He is so awesome. We move on. Later in the game, you get introduced to the Krill. They actually kind of creep me out a little bit too, because there's some horror movies back in the day that revolve around a very similar theming where, like, don't be in the darkness. If you're in the darkness, you're fucking dead. And that's what the Krill are. If you are found in the darkness at the wrong time, these things will literally just eviscerate you. They'll shred you to pieces in seconds. It's not a good time. They're basically like flying piranhas. They're just not a good time. And if you're in the dark, you're fucked. So there's some pretty tense moments that they make in this game around that darkness, where there's one part where you're going through a building and this guy is controlling the lights and he turns them off on you and the Krill attack you and he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. He turns the lights back on. You're like, what the fucking fuck, dude. Like, that was not cool. And there is some really great co-op moments in this game as well, also featuring the Krill. There's a moment where one of you has to go and control a light, like a spotlight, and the other character has to be in the spotlight, and you have to work together and make sure that the person's in the light and stays away from the Krill, and that needs to go well. So this game's great co-op. That's why I said it's one of my favorite co-op games, because it's very well made. Very well made for co-op. I have played this game by myself. It works by yourself. The AI is smart. It'll work. I believe you have to control the spotlight in single player. I believe that's how that works. I can't fully remember that, but regardless, it's a moment in the game. It's also it's my least favorite part of the game as well. Not that moment of the Krill where you're going through the buildings and stuff, but the part where you have to drive. The driving sequence sucks in this game. Not really that the driving is bad. It's a little tanky. Doesn't feel amazing. That's not what the game was designed for, but, excuse me. That is my least favorite part. I remember it being particularly annoying on the hardest difficulty because the Krill can just wipe you out in no time, and it's kind of awkward. Like, you kind of have to do it a few times to try and remember which direction the Krill are coming from, because, like I said, if that swarm gets to you, you're probably dead 9 times out of 10, so you don't want to be doing that. But those things used to scare the crap out of me, because I just thought of them in, like, real life. I'm like, if that was a thing in real life, and if you go out in the night and you're not in a spotlight, you're not in direct sunlight or your direct light beam or something like that, these things will kill you in an instant. Like, that's a terrifying concept. So well done with the Krill. Those things used to scare me. I'm less of a bitch now, so they don't really scare me. There's a very short part in the game where you're riding mine carts and you're alternating paths, and that's one of my favorite parts of the game, even though it's very short. But I just like, you're like, oh look, I see you way over there, and you're like, oh fuck. So I don't know, and then at the end you like crash together, and it's just kind of like a little bonding moment. I always love that part. It stands out to me. And then we got the Brumac. The Brumac is badass. That thing looks so cool. And the Corpser is also very cool designed creature as well. But the Brumac kind of looks like a Blastoise, the Pokemon, but with some guns on it, like real guns, not like water guns, but fucking kill you guns and shit like that. The Brumac is cool. The fight is so. I don't know if they had the technology to really do what they wanted to do with the fight at the time, but basically the first time you fight it, it's like coming at you from like a distance, and you just shoot at its feet. That's it. You just shoot its feet, it topples over, and it looks really cool, but it's not that satisfying of a fight. That was kind of a theme going on around like 2006 to 2008, 2009, where there was like these massive colossal bosses, but they were colossally unfun, except for Shadow of the Colossus. They did a very good job with their Colossi, but other games tried to do stuff like that. Didn't quite work out. It's not like that in this game at all. But the second fight is better. You actually kind of like fight it in an arena. It's shooting at you. You got to take out its guns, and then you got to take out the dude on top of it that's riding it or whatever. You take it out, and that's that. And it was about a minute long. So the boss fights in this game aren't its strongest point. It's it didn't take very long to take out the Brumac. It definitely is more of a spectacle than it is fun to play. But then you get to the end, and I will admit the campaign is shorter than what I remembered. I don't know if they cut something out in the Reloaded edition. I don't think they would do that. If anything, they should add stuff to it. But not a long campaign. Maybe 6 hours long. Not very long, but didn't overstay its welcome. I would rather it leave me wanting more than have it go on for too long. Like if it was like a 12-hour campaign, we might have an issue here, because get a little bit samey. There's only so many enemies and so on, and they're already starting to recycle some of the enemies. They're like, oh, here's the wretch, but now it explodes. You're like, ooh. But anyway, it's a good length campaign. That's why I've played it so many times, because it's really, you can get through it quick. It's a lot of fun, and the finale is awesome. On the train, like I said, you start off with the Berserker fight, then you finish it off with the General Ram fight. It's a hell of a way to finish off the game. Then you get the big epic escape from the train. They set up the sequel really nicely, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, that's a good ass game right there. So I love the campaign. I've played it so many times. Now let's talk about the multiplayer. So I don't have a lot to say about the multiplayer because I didn't really play much of it back in the day. I did play it. I did. I just didn't love it. I was in my full-on Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare phase, and those were like already between just playing those two was already really hard to juggle. And then I tried to play Gears of War as well, and I was just getting slaughtered. People were way better than me. And I just didn't like the third person thing online. I just wasn't jiving with third person. It was different. It was a totally different world for me. I was used to first person, and now I can see around corners and stuff, and I just wasn't liking, I wasn't used to it. It's not that I wasn't liking it. I did like it. It was enjoyable. I wasn't good at it right away. So there was, why play a game that I'm not good at when I can play games that I am good at, like Halo and Call of Duty, and all my friends were playing it. I think the only person that was playing Gears of War online was Jesse. I think Jesse was the only one, really. Can't really think of anyone else that was playing Gears of War online. I tried it. I liked it. Like, I enjoyed the rolling, like off the hop, everyone's rolling around and it's fucking, everything's doing that. I like the fact that you have to actually like battle for the weapons, kind of like Halo 3 style, where, all right, there's the location, that's where the rocket launcher spawns, and everyone's gonna battle over there and try and get the rocket launcher. I believe that's the same case for Gears of War. Like, you want to fight for the sniper rifles and the shotguns and stuff like that. There's some iconic maps. I can't remember the names of them. Jesse told me them, but I can't remember. But there are some iconic maps in this game, apparently. Sadly, I don't remember them. I just did not play Gears of War online like that. Probably put in a handful of hours, maybe a dozen or so, but yeah, I really don't have any stories outside of like some awesome headshots and me getting killed a lot because I sucked. So there's that. But if you have any Gears of War stories online, share them. Let me know. How good were you at Gears of War? Did you suck? Was that your main squeeze back in the day? Did you avoid the Call of Duties and the Halos because you were a Gears person? How many Gears of Wars did you play online and stuff like that? Did you keep going? Let me know. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I got for Gears of War. We can talk about the pros and the cons of the game, I guess, and I'll give it a score. The Reloaded game, I think graphically is a nice upgrade. The music still bangs. The campaign is a lot of fun. The online co-op is highly recommended to play this game co-op. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of designed that way. There's branching paths for you to take and stuff like that. You get split up. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommended. The campaign's a lot of fun. If you're into the multiplayer, I didn't play any multiplayer, so I don't know if there's a community that's still playing this. I have no clue. Overall, cons, if I had some cons for the game, campaign's maybe a little bit too short. Maybe a little bit. They could have added in some new content. When they do a remake like this, I always appreciate, maybe I'm spoiled because of the Halo remaster, but you can press a button and go back to the old style graphics. I love when a remake does that, so that would have been a really, really nice touch just to see how much the upgrade did. I think that's always a good touch to have in your remakes. Yeah, there's really not a lot of negatives. I think this game aged like a fine wine. It still plays really good. The shooting is great. The weaponry is a lot of fun. Campaign co-oply is just so much fun. I will still play this. I will play this game again one day. I know I will. I always do every few years. I play through Gears of War all the time, but absolutely adore it. If I had to give it a score, I'd go with a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Like, I think it's still a great game. It's cheap. I think they're only asking $49.99 for this one. So, if you've never played Gears of War before, oh, buddy, it is an all-time. Get a friend, and you're going to get some beers, and you're going to have yourself a great afternoon. It's going to be a great time. But I still love Gears of War. It's one of my favorite franchises, one of my favorite Xbox 360 games of all time. And there we go, everybody. Another episode done. Thinking about some other episodes, what we got going on in the future here. We're going to be doing the Mario game next week. So be on the lookout for that. Take some guesses. If you guess it right, I won't tell you, but I will say something to you if you guess it right. So take your guesses as to what Mario game I played, and I want to do a retrospective on 2006 video game-wise because it's 20 years old, so we can do a retrospective on the year of 2006, talk about the games, the news stories, the sales, and all that stuff. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do that. We could turn that into a series and do other years. There's a few lists, my favorite video game characters of all times that I want to do. So yeah, we got some stuff coming out for show, and I'm still playing new games, so there might be other reviews. I might end up doing a review on Shadow of War because it is really, really cool. And yeah, so be on the lookout. Let me know if you have any games you would like me to play. Maybe I already played them, or I can play them and do an episode for you personally. So let me know if you have any suggestions for episode ideas, top 10 lists in general, like, you know, favorite whatevers. I'm going to be doing some, like, my favorite 360 games, my favorite PS3, PS4, so on and so forth list. I'm going to start doing those ones as well, pulling those ones out of the vault and getting those done. So yeah, there we go. Another episode down. You are awesome, but you want to be even more awesome than you already are. Make sure you're reviewing the podcast wherever you're listening. Give it a nice, fair review. I'm not begging for 5 stars. Just give it a nice, fair review. I'm fine with honest criticism. That's okay. And I upload all these episodes to YouTube, so you can check out the YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. I'll try and put a link in the description for you if I can. And yeah, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can drop a comment there as well. I'll reply to you, and we can have a conversation. All that is great. Like the video, please, and thank you. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. We'll be back again with some more GX Plus Cast.